I'm playing a certain game right now, and then I...
Oh, could you talk about that other game, or is it... Because by the time this comes out, right, we've got about 10 minutes left.
I'm playing Uncharted 4.
Ugh, the embargo for it is out as we record tomorrow, so by the time this comes out anyway, the
game will be out.
You'll be fair. So I don't want it spoiled. I don't want you to talk about the story, obviously. I don't want you to talk, just don't spoil it. But I've been hearing some awesome things from you. You've been loving it quite a bit, right?
Yeah, there's been tons of speculation. There's been the delays, obviously the departure of Amy Hennig. A lot has been up in the air about the game, like, could Naughty Dog deliver again? Especially, the fourth game in a series. It's hard to do that with the same character without like a hard reboot. Kind of like, obviously Gears is doing that. Halo kind of did that with meandering success. We'll see about Gears, I guess. So yeah, it's the way I describe it to Liam a little bit is like, it's honestly like some of the best parts of Uncharted and The Last of Us kind of mixed together. It's kind of like the culmination of like everything that they learned in Last of Us kind of mixed into the Uncharted formula. I know a lot of people were worried that, Last of Us was so dark. It was so, I guess dark, dark and gritty. It was too gritty. We want happy-go-lucky Indiana Jones adventure time. I would say that, they're approaching it with a more mature approach, I would say. This is probably the most I've cared about, like, the characters overall, just because, like, they've made them a lot more human. Everyone eats up scenery. Like, all of the cutscenes, all of the interactions, they've been great. They've given me chills. There's been some, like, touching stuff. There's been some... It's just, I am having a fantastic time. Obviously, I was going in with, like, tempered expectations, kind of because of that. Some of that stuff from, was this game going to be quite as good? Could they live up to those expectations? But I think they've exceeded my expectations, and I'm gleaming and gushing about all that I've played so far. Like I'm taking down review notes and like
it's just tears. It's just a pad full of tears, basically.
Yeah, because usually like I just do bullet points, as I'm playing through the game. Most games I'll do like maybe 10, 15 bullet points, just get like points of reference for when I review it, but. Like right now I have, probably like 50 or 60 different bullet points of like things that have like stood out, quotes, interactions.
Again, that's really good because again, I think, and I was saying this to you earlier, like, my excitement level has been, not zero, but it's just not been in my mind, because of all the things that you talked about before with the ups and downs and the stuff. There's all the stuff that's been going on about this bloody game for years, and to hear you talk about it in such a revered way, it kind of means a lot. How much have we seen of the game? Like, from an outsider's point of view, with me seeing the trailers and the kind of stuff they've shown at shows, how much is there still to discover? Have they only shown us a little bit, you think?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, even if you followed like every single like trailer that they've...
Which I haven't.
I mean, I'm sure like most people have seen like the E3 demo, like that sequence, for the most part. Like, it's what you want. Like, it's a big action-packed like globe-trotting adventure. There's some great locations that they go to. Obviously I won't spoil it, but there's some great locations, and obviously now that it's on PS4, like the leap from Uncharted 3 to Last of Us, you saw not the areas get huge, but there was a little bit more of a sandbox to kind of play in. Like when you're walking, like in Last of Us, like when you're going like through the sewers, like it's a little bit more of an open area. You can explore a little bit. There are some pretty huge areas you can explore in Uncharted 4, and they're gorgeous. And the main thing is like it makes you feel like you are Nathan Drake, like you are kind of like an archaeologist / explorer. You're not just a dude shooting dudes in the face. Not that, that hasn't been fun in the past. Because essentially, like, on Vita and in Golden Abyss, like, you felt like an adventurer, you felt like an explorer, even though all the stuff you were doing is dumb. And Uncharted 4, like, blows that out of the water. Like, you're exploring, like, you're finding not only, like, dumb relics and, like, collectibles, but you're finding contextual stuff, kind of like you did in Last of Us. Whether it's, like, tidbits about history or about, like, the bigger happenings going on. There's just so much great stuff. And like, even though we'll see, I still have probably maybe 3-4 hours left. I just love where the story has gone. Even if it is like Drake's last adventure, like this is like the best his character has ever felt in a way. Like he feels, not that he wasn't fleshed out in previous, games, but
I know what you mean.
He feels the most real in this game. And like I said, like I think they learned a lot from The Last of Us and having like a very human experience within that game. and they've kind of applied that formula to Uncharted 4, which is like the game overall has blown me away, and I can't wait to continue to play. I did not sleep. I played. I wanted to play it all in one sitting. Like, that's how much I have enjoyed it, but I had to go to work and then spend some time with you folks, and then I'm gonna hop off here, and I'm gonna be wide awake because, like, I've talked about it a little bit before, like playing Destiny. Like, if I'm playing Destiny late at night, if I'm getting tired, like, I will start to close my eyes a little bit here and there. But like playing through Uncharted last night, the pacing is phenomenal. Obviously, there are big action sequences, but even the stuff happening between those action sequences is just as good. Kind of like how Last of Us, like, honestly, like, the combat was whatever in Last of Us. Like, those human moments and engagements were like the best part of Last of Us, and kind of some of those great interactions are what's between the big set pieces in Uncharted 4, which is great.
Can't wait. Jordan, did you have anything to ask? Because I will skip Evan because he's just a big rainy cloud.
What?
Yeah, I wanted to know, that comes out like next week, right?
Yeah, it's a 10.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna, sounds awesome. I was actually just thinking about that the other day. Yeah, I think I was thinking about renting it, but the problem is that the local store that does rent games, like, gets 2 copies, and so I won't see it for 3 weeks, which I am not willing to abide. I'm a very, very big Uncharted fan, and I'm getting more excited as it draws nearer. Yeah, I think I'll probably get it day one with you guys.
Like, the best thing I can say is, like, if you're invested, if you love this series, like, it feels fresh and new, but like there are like some great moments of nostalgia. I'm looking forward to, like, once everyone plays it, like, to talk. There's like so many, of course, like, there's so many big set pieces, gorgeous, like, explosions, gorgeous environments, but there's so many, like, little pieces of detail, little sequences that are so great. This is
it. This is the first time I've been excited about the game in a very, very long time, because, yeah, like I said before, it's just not been on my mind, because you kind of know it's going to be of a certain standard, but also with everything that's been going on, I was also, just unsure on whether, because I just played the Uncharted collection before Christmas, and they were fun, but I played those games before, and they've kind of not lost their charm, not really at all, but it's kind of, you've been there and you've done that, but it sounds like there is a lot to like, so thanks for getting me excited.
It's one of those games that you know it's announced, you watch the trailers, you know when it's going to come out. Oh, it gets delayed. Okay. Like, it's not like, Battleborn, where people are wondering, is Battleborn going to be a good game? Is Battleborn going to be mediocre?
Is it not? Yeah, there's no question. I know with Evan, like, okay, and I said I would skip you before, because I know you don't like these games, especially.
It's not that I don't like them.
You have said on other podcasts that
I'm just not over the moon about them. Like, they're fun popcorn weekend games that I never think about.
And honestly, like, that's how I felt about, like, the first trilogy, because when I got my PS3 in, I think it was 2012 with my brother, I was playing, like, games left and right. He played Red Dead and then, like, all the Uncharted games, and he was blushing about them for a while. And it took a while because I was like, oh, okay, those sound cool. I played through them all, like, I enjoyed them, but I thought they were, like, great. I never thought they were the greatest game that I had ever played. Maybe because I didn't play them when they came out.
That's it. I think in 2012, did you say that's when you played them? Like, by that point, there's already a ton of games that copied that style, and like all the games at that point were like Uncharted in terms of, like, we're gonna have these big set pieces and blah blah blah. Like, kind of back in 2010, which is only 2 years before, but in game terms, that's like a lifetime. Really, the story is not insane. Like, it's been done before in films and even other games and things like that, but it's just more the game, the way, especially Uncharted 2 is structured and are constructed, like, of the levels and the way they dovetail into each other and the way the story is interwoven in there. I think they're really, really smart games, personally. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just because, like, I think, like, Last of Us definitely won me over as far as, like, being a huge fan of Naughty Dog. Because, like I said, the original trilogy, like, it was fun, it was good. I was never like, oh, these are the greatest games ever, but you can just tell, like, obviously I won't go into specific details, but you'll see influences from all the previous games. It's just like they've learned a ton from obviously the previous trilogy plus The Last of Us, and it's like it's combined into something that I want to go beat it, and then honestly, like, I want to probably, like, start it again just because it's such a great experience, and so far it's gorgeous. It runs perfectly. As we know, like, the their cutscenes are seamless with the action and the gameplay. And yeah, just like there's so many smart choices that they've made with like the approach with this game, and it like I was just worried for a while because of all the like fallout with Amy Hennig, and obviously like they did great on, Bruce, and Neil did phenomenal with The Last of Us, but I was worried personally. Like I was like, could they do this? Is this going to be something that I'm going to be invested in? Is this going to be something that I'm going to enjoy? Or, is it going to be how I felt about Rise of the Tomb Raider? Which I was not hot on. Thankfully, I'm over the moon about my experiences so far with Uncharted 4.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, just look at you made it sound like it's too long to play in one sitting, which bumps me out a little bit.
I mean, I played 7 hours.
I like doing that. It's just a dumb thing. That's all right, I'm going to sit down.
From what I understand, cool. John, I was thinking about this earlier when I was reading the trophies, because they were posted, the non-spoiler, no hidden trophies revealed or anything. But I know John loves his platinums and his Uncharted, because why did he say he did them all in one weekend?
I think that was the case. Yeah, he did.
I've definitely seen not to be spoilers, but like I've seen a lot more like off the beat kind of trophies so far. There's been a couple of very neat ones as well. So
there's 2 trophies I know about. One is beat the game with above 70% accuracy, and one is beat the game in under 6 hours.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Dang, some God of War style.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I'm 7 hours in. I'm probably like I'm definitely towards the end. But like I said, they're the environments that they put you into. Like they showed off in the very first like E3 demo where you're driving through the city from the tank. Like there's different paths and stuff, and it puts you into some areas where, like I said, you are Drake. You are free. If you want to go to the next mission, area, quote unquote, you can. If you want to, be Drake and explore, you can, which is great. I mean,
sounds good.
I'm over the moon about this game, and I'm actually I pre-ordered the collector's edition ages ago, just because I was probably going to give my younger brother the statue, because I got him the Uncharted 3 collectors from Walmart like a year and a half ago, because they still had them.
Right.
And I was tempted to give him the statue, but now
keep
I'm
face
like,
out.
hey, yeah, I actually kind of want this statue, because I am quite enjoying this game, and I want this dumb thing to sit and collect dust.
Cool. Yeah, I look forward to. I'm hoping Noah goes through with buying it. He's like, apparently between this and Overwatch, he's gonna like decide on what to buy this month.
No, he should.
So I'm hoping he buys it, so I don't have to do it.
I like Overwatch looks fantastic, but between Overwatch and like Uncharted, that's not.
And I hope it isn't down to like how many hours he or can get out of a game as well. It's like I know there's technically more value per hour in Overwatch or any games really, because Uncharted is, by its nature, it has a beginning, middle, and end. They are shorter games, but it shouldn't be about that either. It's just like, it sounds like, and, from what I've seen and, from what I've heard, it adds, there's more value than kind of just how many hours you're playing, which is always important.
I mean, if he doesn't decide to get it, I'll probably just like Redbox it over a weekend or something. Like I don't really need to buy it. I'm not interested in the multiplayer at all. I'm not really interested in exploring. Like I just want to see how it ends, really. Like I'm hoping that they move on to do different things after this, that they don't end up doing Uncharted, Redux or some shit.
Yeah.
So
I'm just like, whatever they do next, I will be insanely excited for. Like,
I mean, yeah.
I can't wait.
They're a legendary game developer now. Like they're gonna do something.
Yeah, I hope it's not Last of Us 2 next. I hope it's something new, and then Last of Us 2.
No, but, just they can leave Last of Us alone.
Don't make it. Yeah,
just make a whole new series for the PS4. They've carried through all of their old series. Just like make something new. It's like with what happened with the guy. No, actually, I won't mention it because then I'll get Evan talking about Dark Souls.
Hey, I was just going to mention that too. I was right on the tip of my tongue.
Wrapping up the show.
That's the thing is everybody wants a sequel now, and we just don't need to have sequels to everything. Come on.
Yeah. The ballsier move would be to not have a sequel.
Exactly. Like
seriously,
all these people are so talented. They have so much potential and so much just creative energy. You don't want to sap that after years. And like each of these games, any of these games takes 2-3 years or 4 years of someone's life. It's just like after a while, that's almost a decade to make a franchise like Uncharted or Dark Souls. Just don't do it.
It's the same with Miyazaki. Like he's been making Souls-esque games
way too long. way too long.
Years now, like he wants to go do something else.
Yeah,
and everyone's like, "Where's Bloodborne 2?" And I'm just like, "No, don't like that dude. That dude is a genius, and if you start forcing him to make games he doesn't want to make, it's not gonna be good."